Alright, today I'm going to show you how to roll this rose. You can get it from DS or you can do a Google search and clear it up in Design Space. Right now I'm just pressing my 60-pound cardstock onto the mat. I always help it just a little bit so that it doesn't get cut short if it doesn't, the rollers don't pull it in too fast. I have the Maker. I always choose 60-pound cardstock. Just going to cut real quick. Alright, you're going to unload the mat. You're going to carefully pull the paper off, and if your mat is really sticky, you can use a spatula tool to get it off there. You can kind of bend the mat to help it off, but you always want to be gentle. You don't want to tear your rose, because then if you do, you have to cut it all over again. So I'm going to use a bone folder. This is a Fiskars brand. You can get it from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It'll help you fold cards or work with any paper, really. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the fibers on the cardstock so that it's easier to work with and roll. Just kind of run it gently across there. Be careful because you don't want to get it caught on the little curves of the flower. Alright, and then I'm going to curl the ends of the petals so that they're a little bit easier to work with also. And just be gentle. I'm just going to do it quick. You can spend more time with it if it's a different type of flower. You can kind of curve them a little and shape them a little differently. I mainly just do this so that the paper is easier to work with. I just do it all the way around. And then I'm going to use my quilling tool that I got in my paper kit from Cricut. Hook it on there. It has a little slot in it that you can hook on the paper, and then you just start rolling. You shouldn't overthink this, because really all you do is roll the flower around this thing. You can also use a bobby pin, but I like this thing better. You can get these in all different kinds of brands. It's easier to turn. It's easier on your hands. Just make sure it's kind of even when you're rolling it around. You don't want a big hole in the middle when you get done. I kind of take it off towards the end because it's easier to roll it the rest of the way by hand. Otherwise, I've had them like go out of control and just pop off, and I have to end up rolling them all over again. So just kind of tighten it up, and that little circle on the bottom is where you glue it to. You can kind of let it go just a little bit. Then I use my Aqua glue. I got this at Michael's. It's made by Tombow. You can use it with all sorts of paper crafts. It's easier to work with than hot glue. You can do it with hot glue, but with hot glue you can't really let it go or anything more after you glue it. So you have to be really ready to glue it. You got to hold it for a little while to make it tacky. Then you can help it get looser. Kind of spread it out. Kind of help it unfurl in the middle. I'm going to tighten it back up because I got it a little bit too loose on the outside. And then you just kind of wrap the bottom piece around and shape it how you want. And then I put some more glue in it, and I'll hold it for a little while. Get it looking how I want. Then you can kind of shape it again. Sometimes I take my quilling tool and I shape the little petals. I curled the little petals out just a little bit. You can kind of do it by hand. Just be careful because you could tear the little petals and then all your work is for nothing. So you just have to kind of just be careful. You don't have to do this. A lot of people I've seen don't. But if you want to make it look a little bit different, you can. And be careful when you're pushing down in the middle. You don't want to bend your little petals. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Thank you. Please join my Facebook group if you would